Hello, Infinite Energy, and my YouTube channel. I just want to say thank you, everybody that is supporting me and becoming a subscriber, and new clients I've gotten. I appreciate it all. I appreciate the love. I said in 2017 I was going to be more open about who I was and where I come from. And so I just wanted to say thank you guys. I don't take it lightly because you could be looking at anybody. You could be following anybody, but you decide and look and follow me. So I appreciate that very, very much. Some of you inbox me or email me. Yes, I do root work. I am a Wiccan. However, I do voodoo, and hoodoo as well. I do love spells. I'm really big on criminal cases, and I do pretty well too. I do pretty well. You gotta believe, and I also do readings. You can kind of hit me up for that, but this is not like a commercial or some shit like that. But I was just letting it be known because people ask me a lot. Yeah, I do have a Facebook group. It is very small. It's called Infinite Energy, and it's like a range of different pagan belief systems. I do a lot of teaching in that group as well. But this video is about 13 things I love about pagans and paganism. Let's start. Now, I am going to get better at this YouTube thing, and I'm going to have the songs to come in and, put my little stuff at the bottom. I'm going to learn. But 13 things I love about pagans, and witchcraft and witches. I have studied theology on my quest to be a good Christian. I even contemplated ministry school. I did that for a little bit. But I rather focus on, the faith of my community, the pagan community, and that's why I make these videos. I think that they need a great face. Not saying that my face is great, but they need positive, and they need that. The community needs to know that we don't worship, the devil, and we are not trying to hurt people, because the Wiccan creed. I said creed. It's do no harm. We're not trying to harm anybody. We just trying to live our life in an acceptable way to us. But anyway, I'm going to do 13 things I love about pagans, and I'm going to go from 13 down to number 1. So, number 13 is eat, drink, and be merry. Nobody parties harder than pagans. Pagans are jolly. In other words, it ends with Ollie. O-L-L-Y. Okay, that was corny. But we're the closest thing to hobbits you'll ever see, We're very down to earth. We love a good story. We love good music. We're hearty, happy, joyous folks. We tend to have similar interests. And we'll quote fantasy and sci-fi movies in a minute. We like to tell jokes. We're a hoot. We are really happy people naturally. Number 12. Ecology is key. E-C-O-L-O-G-Y is key. Pagans believe nature is sacred, and this plays out in our actions. I admit not to be the most eco-conscious person, but I do try. Almost every pagan I know modifies their behavior, even if it is in a small way, to be more ecologically responsible. Number 11. Drama is life, life is drama. Pagans see their lives as mythic terms. We think of stages, challenges, and opportunities in our lives as quests, ordeals, and part of a sacred narrative of life. Every step of our lives is sacred to us. That's a powerful thing. Witches too. From the baby witch, teenage witch, to the grown witch, all the way down to a crone. Lucy, don't start. I'm recording, okay? Be respectful. Okay, number 10, sensual rights. Did you know that the early Christians were rumored to perform sex during their rites? I'm lying, it's untrue. But we as pagans have gained like some of the same rumors. Although much more open attitude towards our sexuality, truth be told, our rites aren't sexual except perhaps within a small minority, but they are very sensual. Sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing are all engaged in our sights. We hug each other a lot. We bless each other with our kiss in a circle. We chant, we dance, we burn incense, we wear dramatic ritual garb to serve as visual and physical cues. We love good food, grass between our toes, starry sky above. Nothing spoils our right as much as having to have them more on the inside, away from the natural world. Number 9. Number 9. Words are cheap, actions count. Especially like in witchcraft. Words are cheap, you know. Just because you're pagan does not mean that you are a witch. Point blank period. That doesn't mean it. A lot of people think that if you choose to be pagan that you do witchcraft, and that's not true. Every pagan is a witchcraft. My daughter is pagan. My daughter's pagan. My daughter's also in the Air Force. And the Air Force does acknowledge Wicca, but my daughter is not a witch. She does not do spells. She doesn't do any of that. Even though she's gifted, she still doesn't do any of that. So words are cheap, actions count. So for us, we can be like silly and, grumbly, aloof, or sentimental. Yet in the end, it's our action that speak for us. It's a weird thing in this age of like soundbite to understand. I know pagans who have said the most outrageous things, because I'm one of them, but they're virtuous, very kind-hearted, very sweet people. Probably the kindest and sweetest people you would ever meet is somebody of the pagan path. I am so sorry. That's not to say that other, religious backgrounds are not like that, but we are an earth religious-based thing, and we love nature and we love people. We have a heart for people. We are healers and helpers, including the witches and voodoo priests. I mean, people think, even if I say voodoo, they think that I do bad stuff. I do so many love spells, it is like ridiculous. I do criminal case. That's the most stuff that I do. Love spells, come back to me spells, even though, sometimes I have my feelings about them, because I will grill you down to the T. Are you sure? But, it happens. That's what we do. So, words are cheap. But consider all those people who speak and behave in the right way. I mean, I bet you can't think of 2 or 3 people that say they pagan and they just like bad people. We just not like that. Everything we say, we pretty much do. Number 8, yes and no. How about both? Let me explain. Torn between like Buddhism and paganism, but the good news is, from pagan perspective, you don't have to choose. Blended path is difficult. It's a difficult thing. And not to be taken lightly. It requires research, mindfulness, and respect. Being a Druid Mormon will definitely get you some pointed questions, but it's not, a bad thing to the pagan community. I mean, in fact, like Afro-Caribbean religions have blended native beliefs with Catholicism, almost like seemingly. So we are open. You can be more than one thing and be pagan. I mean, it is what it is. Number 7, and harm ye none, do what ye will, which means like it's like pagans, we base everything kind of like on common sense. Pagan religions don't seek to impose rules upon you as much as they encourage you to examine your actions. Consider your consequences, and behave in the fashion for the situation at hand. There are pagans who are celibate because that's the best decision for them. And pagans who are polyamorous because that's the best decision for them too. Neither is worse or better than the other. They are both like well thought out choices. that work best for that particular situation, and both are respectable who, when practiced honestly and with respect. Smaller is better. That's number 6. Pagans don't have mega churches. We don't really do that. There are festivals like with a little, maybe over like 2,000 people, once a year. Most stuff 80 to 90 people. It's never going to be like big. Even in Wicca, the ideal number for a coven is like 13, no more. So while we learning, like national organization, 10,000 people. I mean, that's a lot. But most pagans like smaller, more intimate things. And I love that because I might seem like I'm a huge people person, but I'm kind of not. I'm more of an introvert. I know it don't seem like it. I know. But I am. I like my own company rather than a whole bunch of people. Number 5, many gods, few masters. There are a lot of gods in paganism. The good news is you don't have to develop a close relationship with all of them. The bad news is you don't always get to choose who you work with. It's not so much as that you get to customize your religion with accessories as your religion is fitted to you. So where you're lacking, it pushes you to fit. It's definitely your own personal choice in paganism. Number 4, only I am answerable for my soul. Like no one else can tell me what to do with my spiritual life, but there's no one to shift the blame to either. We do take accountability. There is no forgiveness in sin. That's like number 4. Only I am answerable for my soul. So if I behave badly, I bring shame upon myself. I did that. I take responsibility for that. I'm accountable for that. No devil made me do it. He didn't tempt me. If I act like a jerk, I did it on my own. I did that. If I misbehave, I act like an asshole. I act like an asshole. I misbehave. You got to take responsibility and accountability for yourself. I'm not compelled to forgive and love by any scripture. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to love everyone. I don't have to forgive every wrong done to me. I also don't have to expect everyone to love me either or to forgive me for any wrong that I might have done to them. It's being said that paganism is too easy, but in truth, it can be pretty hard to practice. Number 3, we are all priests and priestesses. Regardless of who you are, what type of paganism you practice, you are a priest serving your gods. We have no layman or congregation. True, being a priest and being a leader, they're 2 different things. But we are all that. Okay? All right. Number 2, we almost done. Number 2, a lot of great wonders were built by pagans. We have a long, illustrious history of many wonders that were built by pagans. They even said that the story goes, even NASA rockets, they have been shaped by the pagan culture. And number 1, you are okay just as you are. Most religions start with this concept that something is wrong with the world and they gotta fix it. Paganisms begin with asserting nothing is inherently wrong with the earth or with you, but there's absolutely no reason why you can't be improved upon. You aren't born into sin. You are not in need of salvation. Yet you're here because your ancestors survived and because the earth supports you with her abundance and because the gods may have a need of you. Even in fact, if you're factoring reincarnation, it still stands that this is the only time you will ever live this life. And so don't think that you do better or do the best, or just do the best you can with what you got. I'm proud to be a pagan, to be Wiccan, and to walk this path. We're joyous, and we're striving, and we're growing. We are light in the dark. We are beautiful. Especially witches like me. I'm just kidding. But anyway, I love y'all. I love doing these videos. Please continue to support me because that just encourages me to continue to keep the word out. I do it for no glory or gratification other than the fact that somebody's making a video that can help somebody feel better about themselves and feel better about their choice. We are all walking this path and we will forever be a student. It's called the craft for a reason because you're going to do it for a lifetime. To all my pagans, to everything, I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a great day, night, whenever you're looking at this. This is Lady Duchess, and I'm done. Bye.